Hey beauties, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to go through my basket of empties, and I feel like for whatever reason this basket has gotten full much quicker than usual, so I felt the need to go ahead and do a video and empty these guys out and trash them. So I'm going to start off with, I pulled out a bunch of TATCHA. I felt like I had a ton of TATCHA products in here, so I'm going to start off with those. And you guys have seen this, oh, some of this is really gross. I'm so sorry. Bath, shower, you guys know the drill. But I have a couple, and I think I have another one in there as well. This is the TATCHA Pure One-Step Camellia Cleansing Oil. This is everything. I've tried some things in between. I think there was one from OSMOSIS I tried. I liked it. It was okay. Still was not this. And then the green, oh, pharmacy, that one did not work at all. But this has just been my ride or die for taking off all my makeup initially. You can use this by itself and it will do everything. It's a one-step deal like it says. Pump some in your hand and it'll take everything off. What I like to do is use more than what I'm supposed to because I like to be extra. I will pump like 4 or 5 pumps in my hand. I go straight to my eyes because that will dissolve all my mascara, liner, everything, and then I take everything else and just go down my face and neck. And then I go in with this guy, and this is the Deep Cleanse. So I love this cleanser so much, and again, I have a couple of these. I have repurchased this several times. It's one of my favorite cleansers I've ever used, and it does not dry out my skin. I am combo, so it can be a fight. Sometimes things are too drying on me, and sometimes things are too like moisturizing, and my pores do not like it. The next thing that I have used up is the TATCHA Water Cream. And this guy right here. This smell is still in there. I really love this for this summer. I have not been using this during the winter months because I felt like I needed just a little bit more, but I'm sure I'm going to go back to this during the summer months or spring months. Can't wait. I'm like, we're so close, so close. I'm like all the yellow shirts right now, but if you are combo or normal or like oily, that stuff is amazing because it's a gel formula. It just like goes straight into the skin. It's not heavy. The next thing is the TATCHA Luminous Dewy Skin Mist. Now this was sent to me and I have already repurchased another one. TATCHA gets me because I love like everything they have ever sent me. I end up purchasing because I love them so much. So I've gone through one bottle of the TATCHA Luminous Dewy Skin Mist. I love this, not sprayed directly onto the face, but I put it onto my sponge, my damp sponge, and apply it to where I need it because like I said, I'm combo. So if it gets in this area of my face, it can be just a little bit too much, but it's beautiful on the outskirts of my face. So yeah, I definitely had to repurchase that one. And then I know you guys saw these when I was talking about my skincare routine. So these are the mini TATCHA rice polishes, and there's 4 different types. So this was sent to me and I have repurchased 2. I'm going to tell you which ones after I tell you what's in my hand. So we have the classic rice polish, we have the calming, and the deep as well as the gentle. I liked all of these, but the ones that I decided to purchase large full-size ones of are the classic polish because I felt like the deep one was just a little bit too much for me, and then the gentle one because I liked it just a little bit more than the calming. So these 2 I have full-size products of in my bath right now. Not in my bath, but like on the side of the bathtub. If you're an oily girl, you definitely should try out the deep one. This is an exfoliator that's not going to be harsh on your skin. It actually foams up, and I just every morning go in with this. Now I used to skip mornings, but now I just use it every single morning. I don't find it to be too harsh on my skin at all. And then the TATCHA Silk Canvas. Oh my gosh, I thought it was going to take me forever to go through this thing. I was like, I'm not going to be able to use this up, but I finally finished one and I have a brand new one in my drawer. This stuff, you need such a little amount. I think that a lot of people that have any kind of issue with using it, most people love this stuff. I think this is hyped for a reason. This is so good. It doesn't dry out my skin, doesn't really mattify it, it just smooths it, and I don't know, it's amazing. I have it on right now. The problem with this is if you go in with too much, it can make your makeup slip off your face because you do not need that much product. I like to take just a little bit. I use something different for my pores because this is not enough for my pore area. The pore area. But it is perfect for the outer portion of my face to give me that smooth effect without mattifying it, making it dry or look cakey or anything like that. So pretty. Now we have some things from ARCONA. Both of these are the ARCONA toners, the cranberry toner. One is the liquid form and one are the TRIAD pads. They're just already soaked with the toner. This contains 100 milliliters and 45 pads, and this one is 120 milliliters. So I really like the pre-soaking pads because they're just more convenient, but I did a little test to see, you know, like how much longer this lasts than this one, because I don't think I actually need as much product as on each of these pads. So I had written a date on these. I don't have it on the inside of the cup here and then the bottom here. And this definitely lasted me a longer period of time. So if you're wondering which one to get based off of which one's going to last longer, even though there is a price difference between the two, this one definitely lasts longer because I feel like you just don't need to use as much product as one of the pads. I just like the pre-soaking pads. Like I prefer them because it's just easy, but you know, and then plus you also have to buy the cotton rounds and stuff. But anyway, I go back and forth. I love that toner. It's one of my favorites. It's something I've been using for a long time. Again, just back and forth. Currently, I am using the Essence from TATCHA. This used to be my ride or die moisturizer and I still absolutely love it. This is the second or third bottle I've gotten, but it's really expensive. It's Kate Somerville Ceuticals Multi-Active Revive Cream, and I love it because it has this little pump right here to get the product out so it stays stable. So I used my first one and then I went almost all the way through this before I started using the TATCHA stuff. I love this. Do not get me wrong. I absolutely love it. I don't know if I'm going to repurchase, mainly just because of the fact that I am constantly trying new things. But if you have dry skin or combo skin, because this did not weigh heavy on me at all, it didn't break me out or anything, and I feel like it does a lot for your skin. This is amazing. But I finished this up by using it around my mouth with my Retin-A over the winter because I started having issues with this being dry. So I finished this up by using it that way because I had just like a little bit left, but I didn't want it to go to waste. So we are done with this one now, but it is an amazing product. MAC Fix Plus, I don't think we need to go into any depth on that one. Okay, and then we have the C Firma Day Serum from Drunk Elephant. Love this serum. However, I have been using the Violet C serum from TATCHA. I am almost out of that one, but I'm not all the way. I think I have like this much left. And I think that I'm going to repurchase the TATCHA one. Something about it I think I like just a little bit more. It's watery. I like this one. This is a great product. Again, I'm not telling you that because I'm switching things up that I don't like the products anymore. It's just that, just like makeup, I do tend to try out different things. And I think I like the TATCHA one just a little bit more than the Drunk Elephant, but that's not to say that I won't change my mind later and repurchase the Drunk Elephant. They're both great vitamin C serums. Next, I have my eye cream from Belif, and this is the Moisturizing Eye Balm. I love this stuff, and I'm almost out of the one that I'm using right now too. I just love it so much. It is so hydrating. Like it's hydrating like nobody's business. It's the most hydrating one I've ever tried. Now for things like lines and correctiveness, or like you're trying to make lines soften or something, I don't feel like this is really the product to do that, but it's definitely going to help soften the look of them because of the hydration. I love this stuff. I do have some other things that I am going to try, but I'm more than likely going to repurchase this again after the one that I have in my drawer runs out because I just love it so much. It's just the most hydrating and it goes so well underneath your makeup. This I actually finished last summer and it was in the shower and I forgot to get it. See, I don't shower a lot. I know that sounds bad. I take baths. I'm a bath type of girl, but I was in the shower and so I had grabbed this, and the very last use I got out of it was in the shower, so then I forgot about it. But this is the BLISS Pore Control Clay to Foam Purifying Cleanser with Willow Bark. I love this stuff. Love it. Do not like it during the winter because it will dry out my skin, but during the summer months when like your makeup almost like it's funky at the end of the day and you have pores and you have oil and you just have the issues of an oily girl, I'm telling you, this is affordable. It's BLISS. I think you can get it at Target. This was sent to me and they sent me other things as well, but this right here is really great. Like, I am going to repurchase this for when the summertime comes because it does such a great job of like really getting everything out, but it doesn't dry out my skin. It does during the winter, but it does not during the summer. All right, I have a couple more things in this skincare category and then we will move on to what I have used up in makeup. New lash. You guys know this is always in my empties because I always go through them. This is what I use to make my lashes this long. People always think that I'm wearing false lashes. I'm not wearing extensions, anything like that. New lash is everything. I've never tried all the other ones out there. I feel like if this one works for me, why risk it, you know? It's like, I don't want my lashes to accidentally go away. I can tell you, ooh, UPS is here. And that means Diesel's gonna bark. But I can tell you that Plume, it's a natural one. It does not work. It doesn't work. Don't do it. And then I have a mini of the Laneige Lip Sleeping Mask. This is vanilla. I use that one all the way up. I'm currently finishing up the tube, like the regular tube. And I've seen them. I see they have squeezy tubes that are about to come out, and I am so gonna buy those. I'm excited about that. And then I have the Laneige Eye Sleeping Mask. It's just a deluxe sample. I don't like this as much as I like the Aqua Bomb. This to me is so much better than this. This is very watery. I like it. It's hydrating, but it's not as good as this. This to me is way better than this, but I decided to go ahead and use it all the way up, especially when I'm doing like my eye massages with my skincare tool, the Nurse Jamie Amethyst one. Yeah, I liked it, but I didn't love it. I wouldn't. There's like dust from all this stuff flying everywhere, but I don't like this enough to actually purchase the large size. And then this was the same thing. It was a deluxe. As I was saying, this is the product that I felt like did not work for me. This is from Pharmacy. I have some things from them that I do like, but this right here does not work for me. This is the Green Clean Makeup Melt Away Cleansing Balm. Now, I got this, again, a deluxe sample. I felt like I had to use so much of this to try to get anything off of my face. I just feel like it doesn't really work. I used it up because I felt like I was really gonna give this a chance, but I don't like it. I feel like you are gonna just go through it so quickly if you're using that to dissolve your makeup. It did almost nothing for my mascara to get it off. I'm like, come on, get off of my, no. So for me, I would definitely not repurchase that. I didn't really like it at all. Now that's it for skincare. Let's get into the makeup. First empty is a product you guys have heard me rave and rave and rave about. This is the Laura Mercier Flawless Lumiere Radiance Perfecting Foundation. I already have another one. As you guys know, I love this stuff. I wear the shade 2-in-1 Cashew. And then I have a couple powders here. The first one is Huda Beauty's Baking Powder. This is in the shade Pound Cake. I already have a backup in case I run out of the one that I have that I'm using right now because I cannot be without that powder. It does amazing things for my pores and keeping them in check throughout the day. It is the best powder I have ever used underneath my eyes. It's like for baking and I just love it. But I have been extra bougie here lately. I'm not gonna lie. I don't do this a lot on camera because I know it is extra, but if you want like to be extra flawless, go in with this too. So I have found that using I count the powders I put on my face, but using 2 different powders on my face makes for an even better under eye. And I've done this today. So what I do is I take this. This is the BECCA under eye brightening setting powder. I love this stuff, and I used to use this alone. So I put it underneath my eye and then downward, but this does a better job for my pores. This looks better right up against my under eye. So what I like to do is take just a little bit of this, and it makes it last so much longer because I'm using a tiny little bit. And let me see, just use a fluffy brush. I take this and I will pack it right here and then just blend out. And I'll only do that one time, just right up against there. And then I go in with my Huda powder and I bake, and I will bring up just a little bit of excess if I feel like I need to, but I don't do this all the time. It's just when I feel like my eyes, I want them to be extra nice, or if they're really being dry and mean to me, then that little trick of using two different powders definitely helps, because I feel like this one is just like finer and brighter, but then the other one just does so much better for my pore area. So if you feel like being extremely extra, you can do that, but I mean, I know that's doing the most. I have two of the La Mer pressed powders. One is in the light shade, which was number 12. You're not going to be able to see the shade because it's all gone. And then I also have the translucent right here, all gone. I repurchased the translucent, but I have not repurchased the light shade. I think I might just stick with the translucent one because I feel like it works for me year round. The 12 has like a little bit of color to it, but not much. If you are light fair, that shade is going to work for you. But I just really like the translucent one, so I feel like I don't need to have the 12 light. So I have repurchased the translucent one. I love that powder. It's so beautiful. But if you don't want to be as radiant as the loose setting powder that they have, that one is a mixture of a matte radiance. It's not radiant to the effect of like the Hourglass powder, but it's not matte where it looks dull. I just love that powder so much. And it's one of the only pressed powders that I like to set my face with. And then we have the Natasha Denona Contour Sculpting Powder in the shade number 1. I finally just gave up on this, and I do have another one, but I don't know what's going on. So they have reformulated this, and I feel like this was the reformulated one because I loved it and I went through it really quickly because I used it to death. And then I repurchased, I bought this one on Sephora and I bought this one on Beautylicious. I'm not sure that this is the same formula. So I'm trying to figure out if my skin has been being like funky on my cheeks, or if somehow I got the old formula with this powder. I had to have. Yes, that is it. Because can you see the difference in color here? This one is light and this one is dark with the color of the writing on there. Can you see that? So I'm so confused. Like, which one was the go? So this is the one that I liked. It had the lighter. This one is in a like camel color, and this one is almost, it's almost just like a lighter shade, like what's on the packaging. Now I need to figure out what to do here. So it's not currently on Sephora. So I don't know if I actually liked the old formula or if I actually liked the new formula. But whatever formula this is, I think this one is not as good as this. So I don't know. I'm going to have to do some investigating, but I'm going to tell you that the one that I fell in love with came off of Sephora, and it's not at Sephora anymore. So hopefully they restock and I can figure out what's going on with that, because I don't know what's going on with it. I thought it was just me. I really thought it was like just my skin or something, because I was like, how do I go from absolutely loving it and running out of it to being like, wait, what is this? I'm not a little confused. But now with the packaging being different, I know that something is amiss here. Something's wrong. I have 3 mascaras that I have run out of, and the first one I always have in this. And this is the MAC Extended Play. It's the only mascara I use for my lower lash line. And this is the Mad Lash from The Balm. This is the only brush with a curved and like a spiky kind of applicator that I love. I love this mascara so much because it lengthens and separates my lashes. I don't always feel like I need a lot of volume. This is what I have on today, and it's the NARS Climax mascara. This is kind of like the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara without the flakiness, and I feel like it's just a little bit darker. and it's not clumpy or anything. I don't know. I love this mascara, and I have another one in my drawer, but these are the 3 mascaras that I have run out of. MAC Skin Refine Zone. This is my boo thing. If they ever get rid of this, you guys better tell me. If I'm not in the know, you guys better tell me, because I will buy so many backups. This is ride or die. I have used this every day for over 4 years now. This is the product that I've had in my collection the longest. This is the product that I have used daily without exception. Nothing has knocked this out, you know? This is my everything. If you suffer with oiliness on your pores, you got to use that and then put a smoothing primer like this one on top. And this is the Tarte Timeless Smoothing Primer. It's the Clean Slate. This is a mini version, like a deluxe sample, and I usually will keep these things for travel, but expiration date wise, I was worried that I wasn't going to use it in time, like when I don't know when I'm going to travel next. So I went ahead and used this the rest of the way up, and I have another of the larger size. Now I have heard that they have changed the formula on this. I have gotten a comment saying that the Clean Slate Timeless Smoothing Primer has been changed, and that it was their ride or die, and now all of a sudden they don't like it. If you have had that experience, please let me know, because again, I'm going to need to do some investigating. And then we have 2 of the Milk Boss liners. I'm sure you guys can imagine why I have 2 of these and why I've run out of them. It's not like I use them every day or anything. It's just the best liner in the entire world for my upper rim. Love it to death. And then we have the Hoola Light Bronzer. Now I filmed myself today getting my new one out of the box, because I know I had a lot of questions of how to depot this. So this is the empty pan, and I'm going to show you the clip right now of me opening up this box. You basically have to just pull on the sides of it, just tug, pull, make sure that you are just pulling downward and outward, and it will separate pretty easily. You just kind of put a little bit of force into it, and then you will see that you get the bottom part out and it's attached to the actual pan. With that, you just peel it off. Like, the glue is not hard to get off. You're not gonna have to heat it up or anything like that. So I have my new Hoola Light, and I'm going to put it in my Makeup Forever pan. So this is an empty, or it's not empty now, the Makeup Forever palettes. I have my Hoola Light and the regular Hoola in there, and that's it. So that's how I depot my Hoola bronzers, for anybody else who doesn't really care for the cardboard packaging. I have 3 of the Shiseido cotton squares. Don't need to go into that. And then I have 2 of these. I use this to death. I have another one that's about to be on the rocks as well, but this is the Rimmel Lasting Kisses number 49 liner. I just told you guys in one of my last videos, I just ordered 10 more of these from Rite Aid. They're on sale. So happy about that. But I just love this liner so much. So those I run through like nobody's business. And I was so close to running out of my balm from Pat McGrath in Blow Up. You can ask Kelsey. She was there. I was showing her. She's like, you really like that stuff? I was like, oh yeah, I love it. And I left it at the place we were eating. So I was almost to the point of putting Blow Up from Pat McGrath into my Empties. So I just want you guys to know that that product I love so much that I was almost out of it. But I left it at, goodness gracious, in, what is it, at the mill in somewhere around Woodbury, whatever. If you live around that area, you know goodness gracious, and it's amazing. Anyway, I'm getting beside myself. That stuff is amazing. And then I went through this as well. I cannot believe I actually went through a lipstick. It's been such a long time since I have. It's gone. It was to the point of me using a lip brush. And this is Donatella. I love this. This is a perfect pink nude, and it is the Lux Trance lipstick. Not the matte version, but the luxe version. I just love it so much. But that is it. That is all of my empties. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you guys go through the most of at home, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye, guys. Oh, if you want to see this eye look, I will leave a link down below. Bye, guys.